This is the next morning. We were just super tired. I had a hard time getting footage of everything, honestly. But right now, try to get more footage of Luang Prabang. We walked down the street for some coffee and breakfast. Found a really nice place right down the street by the river. We were sitting across the street from the actual restaurant, which is right there across the street. This lady was making amazing sandwiches, the best we've had all trip, to be honest with you. They were so good. We were served tea before the coffee came out. Owen has no idea what anyone is saying, and we got these pineapples off the street, which were sweet. Honestly, it's pretty cool being a tourist for once and admire everything. We just had coffee and breakfast at a really popular spot here where a lot of the locals come to eat, and the coffee is just really bitter. And it's really thick. I think they roast it with sugar, and so it's really thick and really bitter. We drink it with condensed milk. Drink the coffee with these little donut things, which are really good. And they also had this like baguette sandwich thing where they put pate in it, so it's like a meat paste, and they loaded that. I wish I got some footage of that, but we just ate it. It is really good. What do you think, Owen?
It's very yummy.
It's very yummy. There's these giant trees here, which, I mean, it's tropical here, but they're just covered in orchids. They're just covered in wild orchids. I don't know if you can see it, but covered in wild orchids. All right, now we're off to do some stuff while we're in Luang Prabang. We're gonna see a bunch of stuff like waterfalls and elephants, and I don't know, we're kind of going with the flow while we're at it, to be honest with you. Okay, we made it to the waterfall, so we gotta buy a ticket first. Let me show you something. They've got tiles on the floor and they've got hardwood on the ceiling, which is pretty fun. Got on a golf cart. I really wish I got more footage, honestly. It was really awesome, the forest we were walking through.
That's that string of fig is the same thing that climbs over those.
There they are. The boys are wrestling. This Free the Bears program is pretty cool because these bears are kept in cages and their bile is harvested from them while they're still alive for like medicinal purposes or for just exotic food purposes. And this place rescues those bears and gives them a little sanctuary to kind of hang out and wrestle and do all that stuff. So here's some footage of them hanging out. They're just playing. They're cooling down now. They're taking a break. There. Fig tree. So we finally made it to the waterfall. It was beautiful. Everything looked like paper mache. It felt like we were at a park, to be honest with you. It's kind of crazy how everything looked. I wish you guys could see this in real life because it was so beautiful. Okay, we're here at the waterfall. Very cool. It's all spring water. It's all blue and clear, which is very nice. It almost looks fake because all the mineral deposits makes it look like cascading, like concrete. Just looks like concrete structure. Very cool. What do you think, Owen?
It's awesome.
Let's go up there. So we decided to march up the mountain and try to get some good views while we were up there. It was hard to leave the waters though, because it was so pretty. Look at that. It's like a grapefruit. It's like the size of my head, honestly. Here's the first view we saw as we go up the mountain. The water was floating down the stairs. Everything was flooded, so we had to find different routes up the mountain. But the views just got better and better. So many good views up this mountain. Just made it to another viewpoint. There's a bunch of mountains in the back. We bumped into some Europeans and they said it's a loop, so hopefully we're close to the top and close to going back down. It's a steep ascent and it's just really tiring, sweating through everything I'm wearing. Owen's fine. Owen seems to be doing fine. But Dad and I are pretty struggling, so it's okay. We'll make it. I think we're at the top. There's a lot of giant trees here. This giant tree here just blew over. And look at this trunk on this thing. It's a giant tree. There's some bananas on that tree right there, if you can see them. They just hang down like that in big bushels. We're at the top here. There's a little like basin, actually. Guys are swimming in it.
And there's a boat here, and he'll take us for 10,000 keep each all the way up the mountain here. It's about a 15-minute drive, but it's very cool. It's the top of the waterfall. It goes straight down. I'm sure there's a trail to go back down there. There's Owen over there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's little tiny fish swimming around in the water. I don't know if I can get any footage of it, but the fish that grow in this pool of water up in the mountains is a good example of like an unknown species, like a super remote place where maybe the fish came up during a flood, like swam up the mountain, and now there's just like an isolated species up here. It's a good example of where you'd go to find, like, you know, an unknown species or something that hadn't been cataloged. But yeah, this pool here, there's loads of little tiny fish just swimming around, and little tiny fish swimming around, and I doubt they swim down the mountain, but there's still just fish swimming around in here, you know? Look at all those fish. There's so much fish. Okay, so we made it down. It was good. It was good. Met a bunch of like English speakers. There's Owen. There's Dad. Dad almost had a heart attack, but that's okay. Owen's taking Mom's picture. There's the waterfall. It looks pretty fake. What if it was fake, huh? What if it was like Rainforest Cafe, like paper mache?
All right, with the waterfall out of the way now, we're gonna get lunch, and then we're gonna go see some elephants and maybe ride some elephants. But this was a very, very pretty place. Here is lunch. We stopped at the bottom, got some lunch. This cat was very needy, really knew how to beg for food.
There's the elephants. There's an elephant. Wow. We're gonna ride elephants. So, that's cool. Ready to ride an elephant, Owen? These elephants are eating the banana trees. Give them banana trees to munch on. And here in Laos, they use the elephants, I mean, for tourism, of course, but they also use the elephants for lumber to drag logs out of the woods. So they act like trucks. And they used to use them to plow stuff, but they've got water buffalo for that.
This might seem cruel to keep these elephants at this complex, but this is a really, really good place for them, and they're treated very well. In the wild, they are poached, they're endangered, they struggle, they get hit by cars, all the above. And here they are given a purpose, given a job. They are very bonded to their trainers, and they go out and they swim in the river, and they graze, and they hang out until they are needed. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool little setup they have out here.
There's the mountains, the mountain view in the distance here. Elephant's just following the rider, and the elephant puts his foot up to help the rider get up on his body. So he's gonna give him a command. He's gonna put his leg up. Leg up like that. Very cool. Very good elephant.
All right, we're heading to the river. We're gonna splash around. You'll see very soon. It's pretty cool. These elephants do have fun out here.
Uh-oh. We went down to the river. Here's the little view of the river. And the elephants ours really splashing the water. But really, it's hot out, so the elephants want to be cool. The white water buffalo there. They're like hairless cats. Look at those mountains. These elephants they're just really soft and gentle creatures. I didn't know what I was expecting, but they're just, I don't know, they got the energy and the persona of like a little kid. Just curious and want to have fun. And when we were down in the river, they were splashing water on each other and splashing water on us, and just fun animals. Just big, gentle giants.
It's so strange to be just a complete tourist and be in like full tourism mode, but you gotta lean into it and have some fun, you know?
Splashing. They're like big puppies. Look at that. They're like big puppies. Splashing and
All right, we're on our way back to this city, and it's been a super, super eventful day so far. But the day's not over.
We're at a money exchange right now. They wouldn't take, I had a few 20s, and they wouldn't take them because they were too wrinkled. And they wouldn't take Owen's 20 because there was an ink stain on the corner of the bill. And they wouldn't take Owen's 10 because of something, I don't know. But I was able to get a 20 in and change it for some keep. But anyways, we're gonna head back to the house. And later today, we're gonna go to the temple, which should be good. It should be good.
All right, guys, honestly, I'm gonna stop it right here. This is a little shot of a temple at the palace grounds. I believe this evening we climb a mountain up to another temple. So today was very, very, very eventful, but we are gonna keep it short. This video, we've passed 10 minutes. I'll see you next time. Tune in for the next one. Thanks, guys.